We bring in Fari Hamzei. He's the founder of Hamzei Analytics. He joins the
Going with Watch Commander.
Watch Commander. I hear Kneecap.
Seawolf.
Seawolf. We got it. We'll well.
What's it gonna be? The suspense is killing me.
Niak.
What? Was that a new one?
What?
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Oh,
That's the one
you've
that's,
really taken and
that's the one Ash Carter drives.
What? Say that one again, and what does that one?
Niak. Don't you know Ash Carter?
No, you have to explain this one to me.
That's Secretary of Defense. He has a special plane called Niak.
Niak.
Yeah, that's what we gotta be ready because currency wars could be coming.
What's
you gotta
the
be in
difference
defense
between
mode.
kneecap and Niak?
Kneecap is an old name. Kneecap was an old name. Niak is new. You guys
Niak's-
gotta keep up. What's going on? Are you
Niak's
stuck in the last century?
I know
again?
that's the problem. Yeah, I know. We're old school.
Mari, what are you doing to me?
You were in the Navy, right, Fari?
Yeah, I have my own Navy, but I used to work for the Navy as a contractor. Yes, sir.
Okay.
How are you guys this morning? By the way, happy Sukkot to you.
Oh, thank
Joel.
you. Yep, thank you very much. Yep, at
Yes, sir.
that time of the year through the holidays.
Of course.
Well, Fari, window dressing. Let's talk some window dressing with you here.
Not going there. Window dressing. The cutoff was a Friday. There's a 3-day rule. But if you're very, very large and you have a huge, prime broker, they'll let you do something beyond that, but not today. This is all market timing. It's all. Look at the analog. Look at how many. First of all, forget that. Look at how many hits our analog chart is getting. It is exploding on the blog. And we just look at how many people go there. Hey, this is one chart. We plot, I don't know, 10, 12 charts at the end of the day each day. This chart has an explosive number of clicks on it. This is a time-shifted 2011 versus 2015, and the trick is time shift. When I did it with the help of 2 other guys, one from a very, very large hedge fund in New York, Tiger Management, and one of my guys here in Chicago, Brad Sullivan, a hedgie. And we kind of kicked it around, about a month ago for about 24 hours, and all of a sudden it took shape. Once it took shape, the correlation is incredible, especially you get into, let's say, July on. From July on, almost daily, the correlation is the same. These are normalized percent changes. And it said last night, day before last night, that we should be pulling up. Yesterday was a weak one. Today, look at the run-up. Now, we got one more day to go. I would be selling Thursday close.
Why selling ahead of the jobs number? You're scared of the jobs
analog
number?
is. The analog is doing that. The analog. I don't know. Remember, news fits the charts. I learned that from an old hand years ago on the shores of Southern California. When it was after lunch, we were walking, market was closed. We're taking a balance of the day off. And he says, young man, you got to learn the news fits the charts. And I'm scratching my head. Am I from a different planet? What is this guy's talking about? It turns out that in aggregate, the market participants, they price in. They price in what they think what the news is going to be. So we'll see. Hey, listen. Here's a caveat on analog charts. I mean, I ran analog charts back in 2002, 2003 on. Okay, very early on, I learned actually what they are and to keep track of them. Steve Shulman, bless his heart, he's retired now. He ran Lehman and then on the technical and options for Merrill for years and years. 40 years in the business. Actually, he endorsed my book. Very interesting character. He said that the analog charts work until they don't. Just like any indicator. They keep on working until they don't. Here's the caveat. I mean, that's what the analog is saying. Whether it's going to go past Thursday, I don't know. Whether it's going to go past next week, I don't know. So far, that's what we've been saying since, early part of August. So we're scratching our heads saying, How can this keep up this many days? What it is really sentiment. When you normalize it, it's the fear and greed. It has nothing to do with what the values are, because you're normalizing it, as you know. So, but what we see is the normalized value, and if you go there, take a look at it. It's what do you call it? And the interest is massive on this chart because of what it's done. This is we post 5, but at the end of the day, there's only 2. Post 5 we did like a couple of weeks ago, but really the 2 are crucial: 2011 and 1987. These 2 are time shifted. The shifting is different because of depends on the event. The first really break, if you will, and then if you go there, you'll see the shift on 2011 is a little bit longer. By the way, what does it tell us? The low will be hold on, plus or minus 1 day. The low will be October 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
October
Fari.
20th. Yeah.
Fari,
Go ahead,
let's move on here to some
sure. I'm sorry.
Let's move on to some individual issues here.
Okay.
Big breakdown in Apple yesterday. Had that
Oh,
major
yeah.
support at the 112 level here. I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
someone just getting out ahead of the quarter. Getting a little bounce back here. I think, is this first of all, what Sigma channel did we get down to yesterday? And
We were down to -2 precisely on a daily. On the monthly, we are hitting 0 channel. On the weekly, we just got into the channel for -1, -2. Drip. I think the drip is starting now.
dead cat bounce here this morning.
And I'm also getting to be very popular with the Apple longs. I mean, they hate my guts now because the numbers are coming through. As I said, it's going to go to this level yesterday, 108.22, I think it was. Woof! We went through that, and the whole place goes nuts. And I don't know. I'm just reading the charts. I'm not an Apple hater. Apple is a great company.
Dead cat bounce this morning. Dead cat bounce here. We're up $1.17, running up with the spoos here. You think everyone that was scaling down yesterday and buying it here?
Right.
I mean, yesterday's high.
There probably is but by definition, because look at the correlation you have in Qs. You have to. Look, NQs are up 53 handles, 1.3. Okay, what did we change here? 1.07. Actually, it's not keeping up. If you think about it, it's the largest component of the Qs. It should be in line with NQ. It's not. Now, let's get into RTH. Okay, let's get through like first half an hour or an hour. Let's see what the percent changes are. Typically, this is the market. Apple is the market. They use it to manipulate the market. The problem was yesterday, for example, it wouldn't listen. Apple would do his own thing. Market would do his own thing. So you see some of that decoupling. Why? Because I think you're right. Some people are getting out.
Fari, let's jump into Tesla here. They had the Model X event there yesterday.
I like that Gullwing. Oh, boy, I like that Gullwing. I'd driven a couple of times the Mercedes Gullwing, which is a classic car. It was in Beverly Hills. A friend of mine had one. Copy. It is such an incredible car. I've not seen another one built. But this guy's done so cleverly. I was so impressed. I watched the show last night.
Stock's up 6 points here this morning. So what are your thoughts here on stock?
I love it. I think this is obviously Elon Musk at his best, which is Showtime, kind of a new product. You see that like with Intel, you see it with Microsoft. When new product comes, the stock jumps. Remember, I don't know when it'll be available. Was it 2 years now, or are they going to ship late next year or something like that? But who knows? In terms of volume, but the few they had looked beautiful. Look at how when they parked in a tight spot. For the city, the Gullwing were incredible. And look at how mathematically he actually gave the show. Also, how about the air filter? These are crucial stuff. I think they're including more and more technology for the driver, and also collision avoidance that's built in for a car like that. With all electronic. All electric. I'm saying electric. The stock has been under a lot of pressure last 3 days before this announcement. Good bounce here, up 3%. Is it cured? It's still having some hiccups. Remember last month low, which was August 24th. We almost hit -2 sigma on the monthly. In terms of measuring sentiment, remember, that's all sigma channels are doing. That vibration is trying to mathematically define for you what kind of sentiment volatility, sentiment-induced volatility you're seeing in the stock. That was a pretty good wash, even though for it was a short period of time. And then we went up early this month, could not make it past +2 sigma, and we have dropped. So I think the stock is under pressure. Today could be a time for people to get out a little bit. I do not see. I like to see a higher slope and color of CI, and right now it's still on the south.
Yeah, looking at this one here.
It could be interesting.
Looking at this one, I must not have had this on my main screen here because I was looking at this 256 level. You had 4 or 5 on the lows in that area and took it out on Monday. I don't know what I was paying attention to. You had a nice 10-point drop there, found some support yesterday. So to me, someone has their foot on it here, 254 even. I think this thing gets anywhere near 256. All those buyers that were in there before, I think will be sellers. So looking at 256 is some big resistance in there. Fari, let's move on to some other issues here. You've always been skeptical.
Sure. But could I give you a little target to watch?
Sure.
I would be interested in this stock if it gets to around 268. If it gets back to 268, I think it's got some health. Right now, it's not unhealthy. It's still unhealthy even at 252. Go ahead, sir.
Baba. You've always been skeptical.
Jeez. Are you trying to make me to say anything and then a bunch of new ones come after me? I don't know where these guys come from. I'm not long or short any of these. I'm just looking at the charts. But I do get. Yesterday was all the weak Apple longs. The weak Apple longs were going crazy with me. You know, I'm not trying to drive down the price. I traded yesterday in Q. Yes, I was short. ES, but that was yesterday. Today's a different day.
What kind of stuff
That's
do you
the beauty of trading index. Next day, you have no bias. Okay, look at BABA. We are in the drip mode, which is between -1, -2 sigma. It's a 57.82 right now. Oh, I mean, that was a set. I'm sorry, that was a close. Over this morning is 58.87. Will we see a flush? You may not like this, but it could be around 50.
I'm not in it, so I'm not
5-0.
Okay. All right. What do you make out of this consolidation in the crude oil market? Basically, for the whole month, we've been trading in this 43.5 to 48 range here. The trend, strong trend, has been down here. Is just another consolidation for another leg lower.
The volatility. One of the guys I like on Fast Money is Guy Adami. I got to know him through some conference we were doing with SIBO, with Dr. J and Pete. Very smart cook average. I've had a couple of private chats with him. And I watch him. He's brought up a good point. I start tracking it, which is, nobody has all the ideas. It's always good to listen to other side or other different people, as long as you find them, consistent and reliable. Look at OVX, $OVX, which is the volatility at SIBO for oil. I'm assuming they're either pulling out of a CL or a USO. It's around 49. Okay, if you go back and try to historically look at it, so you can, because here, as you know better than I do, Joel, and of course also Dennis, volatility cycles a little bit more consistent than price cycles. Right now, if you look at like weekly OVX, we want to step back and kind of cut off what was happening, let's say, prior to July of last year. Okay, so we can see a shock wave coming. We're not done here. We're actually beginning to slope up. So you're right. I think this change that's going in, it's still a stock price-wise for where we're heading on CL or USO. Of course, I watch CL. I don't trade it. I've never traded oil before. But my point is, there are a couple of things that are going on. First of all, we're getting to see some cutbacks, real cutbacks. But also, rig count doesn't show the true picture because now you can drill up to like 18 wells with one rig. So that some technology has come in. I think that's our issue. Our technology has created a demise in the oil patch. I think more layoffs are coming. I think that's what we've been talking about since January. Back then, everybody laughed. Well, here we go. Look at the data. Look at what layoffs are coming in. And I think we still have one leg down. And that's when Iran goes full blast. It's going to be a while. That could be 6 months to a year, whatever. It's going to be a while when they go to full blast on shipping. Because right now, from what I read and who I follow, in their thinking, the oil substructure or the infrastructure of oil pipelines and pumps and also floating ports, in Persian Gulf, they need a lot of work. The sanctions over the years have done a major damage, and that's why somebody like Schlumberger is there in first because being European. And as these just doing preliminary talks, they're not doing any business yet, but they got the plans ready. The moment the go-ahead is given that the sanctions are taken off the table, or at least partially, you're going to see that rework get started so Iran can pump more. And right now, unfortunately, as I have posted, and I've discussed much earlier before it gets to actual print, almost like a race to the bottom. Maybe Goldman is right about 20. I don't know about 20. But I think we're going to see 33 sometime out there. And here's the reason. Some of these smaller developing countries that have a single product economy, which is oil, they have no choice for cash flow to keep on pumping. They cannot go not pump. They have no other product. There's no alternative. So they have to, for export, to bring some cash in. What do you think Putin is doing?
Yeah,
they
you're
have
right.
To have no choice.
Fari, we're up against the clock here. We've been on the line with Fari Hamzei. He's the founder of Hamzei Analytics. He joins the show every Wednesday, bringing his wealth of knowledge on aggressive equity options and index futures trading. Fari, thanks for coming on. We'll speak to you again next week.
Thank you very, very much. Glad to be with you.